Welcome back. What is the solution to the wars and challenges in the Middle East? Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish, a Palestinian physician and associate professor at the Dalla School of Public Health, argues that educating women and giving them a voice in the political arena is a solution to peace in war-torn countries. His foundation, Daughters for Life, aims to do just this. Let's sit down with him and learn more about his perspectives on peace in the Middle East and his charitable organization. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Abuelaish.
Thank you.
So today we're talking about women and education within the Middle East. So I want to ask you, especially for viewers who may not have been there and not know much about the Middle East, what role do women currently play in societies in the Middle East?
In the Middle East and in the world, because I learned it from Quran, this world and humanity was created from Adam and Eve. O mankind, you were created from Adam and Eve and became nations and the tribes. For what? To know each other, to build and construct and to share together. It's not from one and to deny the other. And even the first ayah, verse in Quran to our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was Iqra, read. Didn't say to one and to exclude the other. It's about humanity, about all, to read and education, because we can't equalize between the one who knows and the one who doesn't. And that's the value of education. Education is the light, which guides us in times of darkness. No one can be ignorant and free. So we need to be free from our ignorance through the education, the knowledge, the evidence we have. Most of the time we judge without evidence. We are talking and we make mistakes. So that's why education of girls and women is the key to endure our world.
And do you think specifically, I mean, in your book, I Shall Not Hate, you talk a lot about, the importance of educating women. You yourself have daughters and you've educated them and empowered that within them. Do you feel, and you talk about in the book, you specifically say, in Gaza, women need to be leaders, they need to be at the forefront in political discussions. Do you think that they're getting that now?
But in order to get it, they want and they need to get it and their country to be free.
Yeah.
And not only for Gazans, that's the issue. It's about women everywhere in this world. It's not to get the education only. Education is a mean to an end.
Yeah.
To have a role, to get their opportunity to practice the right role and to make a difference in their world and in their community. Collaboration, because we need as men and women to work together. We are not competing, we are complementing each other. And with education, I think it's the only way, as I said it, to get out of the suffering of our world. Give me 5 women who are behind disasters in our world, or to start a war in this world. You can't find. So we need women with the big hearts, with the knowledge, with the spirit they have. They can make that a change. Women who give life can care about life. Women who nurture life, they can protect the life of the people.
Is this what you mean when you say in your book that investing in women in education will be the way out of poverty and conflict?
I can say to have a safe, secure, peaceful, healthy, free family, community, nation, and world is the role of women's education and giving her the right opportunity to practice it.
So tell us a little bit about the organization that you started that does just this, Daughters for Life.
Daughters for Life, I established it because some friends, they told me the world will forget what happened. But if the world is forgetting, I am not going to forget my beloved daughters. And also I learned from my faith, if someone is dead, he or she are disconnected from life apart from 3 things. knowledge that can be used and shared after, a son or a daughter, to send them prayers, or a charity in their name. I learned from the knowledge of my daughters. I learned a lot from Bisan, Mayar, Aya, and my niece Noor, and even can say about Bisan, who was 20 years old. After she lost her mother, 4 months before she was killed, she was in her final year at the university, studying, and she took the role of the mother. And as most of the students, university students or high school students, they think the nightmare is when they have academic exams.
Yeah.
She came to say to me, I realized that academic exams are the easiest in life. But life exams are the most difficult exams. And nothing is more difficult than the loss of a beloved one. Bisan, she said, to meet violence with violence doesn't solve any problem. At the age of 14, it's not the right way. So I learned from her. I sent her and her sisters prayers on daily basis. And I see them, I talk to them. And the third, the charity. It's not about the biology. It's about the humanity. I see in these daughters for life scholars the plans, the dreams, the hopes of my daughters. I see in all of these young women we educated and we supported, I see Bisan, Mayar, Aya, and Noor. It's dedicated for girls and young women from the Middle East who are succeeding from hardship, social, economic, and financial hardship. But I hope in 2 years to spread it and to expand it to be an international foundation for any girl, any young woman from any part in this world.
How do you, that's amazing, and I hope that it gets to that. Do you have any stories of women right now who've applied, who've succeeded through Daughters for Life? Like any examples that come to mind?
As I said, just in Yuli, I came from Gaziantep in Turkey and in Jordan, where we are in the process of finalizing and sponsoring 15 Syrian young women to come to study in Canada.
Wow.
As students. I asked them, why do you want to study? All of them, they said, we want to rebuild our country, to rebuild what has been destroyed by men. So it's time to invest in education of girls and young women, to build, to construct, to bridge, and to support. I remember one of our scholars who graduated with a master's degree. She said, it's the first time I never thought I will get scholarship. It's the first time to get this scholarship on the merit of being poor, to acknowledge my need. So we need to seek and to search for this kind of young women who have the potential, who have the knowledge and the goodwill, just lack the resources. And in this way, we can send a positive message. And in this way, I can prove, as I learned from our Quran. You may think something is bad and later on to realize it's for good, that this tragedy was invested for good and will continue to be invested for good and send a positive, hopeful, a human and inspiring message of light and life to this world.
Do you think organizations like Daughters for Life, do you think we need more of them to help empower women and, you know, address all that is going on in our world today?
We need more, not to empower, because women, they have the power.
That is true.
They have the power. They need to be given the right means and the opportunity. And I am sure if they didn't succeed, they will never make it worse as it is now. I am sure they will make it a different world, more human and more hopeful.
Just as we wrap up, tell me a little bit, if you can tell us a little bit, how does your current role as professor at the Dalla Public School, how do you use that as a means to, I guess practically you do educate women, but what does that mean for you in terms of your mission?
My mission, this is part of I like education, I like teaching and learn from the students. I teach 2 courses at the School of Public Health, the University of Toronto. 1 course, Women and Women's Health in Countries in Conflict, because we want, and even women and women's health, because most of the time we see women in a certain period of their life. It's time to see women through the life course of their life, from early childhood, even in adulthood, and later, in later ages. Not to see women as reproductive women. She is a human being and the well-being of women in this world. So that's the course I am teaching, the challenges women are facing. How many guns women are facing in this world, even in war. Rape is used as a weapon against women. The diseases, the cancers, the violence, the education, the role in political life. Thanks God, even in Canada now we started to have equal numbers in many aspects of life. So we need to encourage more. So that's the course. The second course is Health, an Engine for the Journey to Peace, about the human peace. We are not looking for the political peace only, because the political peace is limited, just the absence of war or conflict. And you can find and look around in this world to see how many countries they don't have war or conflict, but the people, they are not living in peace. The internal violence, the suffering, the depression, the mental health, because there is no health without mental health. And the peace, the collective peace. My peace is linked to yours. My health is linked to your health. So we need to look out of the box. And how health can bring peace. Health means freedom. Health means equality, means justice, mental, spiritual, family, community, global and world health.
That's amazing. Thank you so very much, Dr. Abuelaish. I hope others check out Daughters for Life, and you know, I'm sure many people like me now want to come and take some courses. So thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Hey YouTube, we hope you benefited from this video. If you liked it, or if you didn't, let us know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more, check out some of our other videos. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.